My name is Ryan Garvey, and this is my persuasive speech. So, imagine you're sitting there, right? You're in a room with all your friends, right? One of your buddies is laughing about a game you guys are playing, and another one of your friends is screaming about some drama you guys had at school. Well, hours have passed, and you've made fun and you've made memories, but a storm rolls in, the wind starts blowing, and your power goes out. What was once a night full of fun and laugh and togetherness leaves you feeling empty. The sad type of situation it's too common among people today, where they get all of their social interaction online, especially those in Generation Z. The internet is full of people like this. So sure, the internet can connect groups of people from all over the globe together, but does it really make us feel all connected? Or does it have more detrimental consequences on society? Things like this are all too common in our day. Seeing happy people online and seeing the sad reality of what happens. You see, according to ABC News, between the years of 2013 and 2015, depressive episodes of teens in the United States has jumped from 20 to 29%. Now, this is why everyone still had phones in 2015. They still had computers. The internet was such a big force in everyone's lives still. So why in the span of time between 2015 and 2023 did the jump in depressive episodes jump so high? Well, during the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, the average screen time between adolescents and adults was almost an additional hour per day per person across the board. And as I and many other experts, including Dr. Anthony Fauci of the CDC, believe, this excessive screen time and the mental illness rates, especially in things like depression, are directly correlated in some way. Now, this way being isolation. Whether it be just because of something like a global pandemic, which most of us experience, or, sorry, I got low battery, or just an overall desire to stay online, these rates are increasing, all right? One of the people who is forming this is Wayla Aislinn. In her study conducted in adolescents, she found that the risks associated with prolonged social media use and isolation is keeping people from seeing other people in person and can lead to extreme side effects such as cognitive decline, depression, and certain types of heart disease. Now, how could this be? How could a tool literally made for the purpose of connecting people all over the globe make us feel more isolated? It doesn't make sense. See, in my personal experience, I work a lot, all right? Between college lectures, homework, and a full-time job, I almost never have a free day to go out and keep in contact with a lot of the people I love and a lot of the people I care about, including my friends. So how I supplement that is through calling or texting these people. And it's helped us stay connected and helped us plan when we actually do something in person, but this is more of a misnomer, all right? Because although on a social level, people like myself are able to connect and stay connected and talk to each other, on a physical level, we're not connecting at all. I'm not seeing my friends in person, and my brain really needs that, because without seeing people in person and only seeing them as numbers on a screen, it really makes people feel isolated. And Dr. El-Sayed completely agrees with this. See, this type of increased social media use can lead to not just only decreased quality in life, but also depression, all right? Because although this kind of mental illness can cripple your body, but can also cripple your ability to focus, all right? Social media always isn't used for things like communication. It can always also be used for things like video content or pictures, like things like TikTok and Instagram, right, which give content to you by scrolling up and down on a screen. See, a recent study published by the Journal of American Medicine found that statistically there's a significant link between frequent use of social media and ADHD. Those chosen to participate in this study had no prior use or signs of having any ADHD whatsoever. And those same scientists found that social media use was 53% more likely to to experience symptoms of ADHD, at least in a teenage age group from 13 to 28. Now, this can include things like a loss of attention, hyperactive mood, impulsive actions, and the American Psychiatric Association thinks that only about 2% of adults have ADHD, while 5% of young children are affected by the same ailment. Now, according to Dr. Emily Weinstein and her colleagues, about 48% of young adults aged 18 to 29 use the internet consistently compared to 2021. 22% of those aged 50 to 64 had that same ailment. All right, so younger people are really feeling the effects of the detriments of social media. And through things like the algorithm on things like TikTok and other social medias that are hand-tailored to keep you on there as long as possible, it's causing symptoms of attention deficit disorder. All right, it's significantly rose since 2020, according to this graph. Right, all of these different things can culminate into an overall negative well-being. All right, someone who is showing symptoms of depression and ADHD, they won't have as much drive and energy to get basic things done like homework or studying for college classes or high school classes, which can really affect someone's future and career. All right. In addition, they also have increased feelings of isolation due to feeling like you can only get social media or any sort of connection through social media platforms. Now, many people feel trapped and they really struggle to make friends because of this. For one, I had these exact kind of problems during and well after the COVID-19 pandemic. And there's still a lot of people out there who are still feeling the effects of the isolationism that something like COVID would have caused them, right? So what do we do about this? What's the solution? Well, right now, you can help yourself to not feel most of the negative side effects of social media by just doing things in moderation, all right? Because a lot of these studies were conducted on teens and adults with increased screen time usage from needing to use more social media over the years, which is far greater than screen time ever was a decade ago. So the solution here is just to limit the amount of screen time you have on social media and go outside and do more things in person so your brain doesn't feel that disconnect. And if you're feeling any of the types of symptoms I've spoken about, maybe it's time to start taking steps away from social media as a whole. Because if any one of you can promise me that you can stop using social media and stop feeling the negative side effects, we can fix society as a whole. We can fix these problems. And overall, we can just be happier and healthier as a society, as long as we're not feeling the negative side effects of social media. All right. And that was my speech. Thank you for listening.